And welcome to those just joining us. We're in the seventh inning of this.
Number 17.
Justin Smoke will lead it off here in the top of inning number 7. Now here's the first pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
And this is fouled back and out of play. And the pitch. And a good two-strike breaking ball there, but this will wind up missing. It's 1-2.
Well, he watched that one all the way in, and it looked like he almost gave up on it. He's pretty lucky that wasn't called strike 3.
Smoke waiting on the 1-2. Inside for a ball, so he misses with 2 straight here, and it's back to 2-2.
Well, I'd be surprised if they go back to the curve again on 2-2. He's had a couple of pretty good looks at it at the plate.
2-2. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Full count pitch on its way. And he struck him out. And there's the hat trick, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the ball game.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching, and this has been another very good performance. Good enough to most likely keep that winning streak going.
Otis Phelps will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch on the way. Fouled back. Now the pitch. Fouled back. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball.
Well, it wasn't just that he was getting fastballs there. He was getting hittable fastballs. This catches a ton of the plate, and he turns it around for a solid single.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Runner at first here, 1 man out. The 1-0 pitch. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike. Ready now on 1-1. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. Here comes a 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
And this will be fouled away. Ready with another 2-2. And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Stepping in now, Logan Morrison, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
He's set, now the pitch. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. He waits, now the pitch. And a bouncing ball, foul. Here's another 0-2. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. One left for Seattle. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Yorvis Medina will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home seventh.
Yorvis Medina.
Jan Gomes will stand in. He's 1 for 2 so far.
Catcher, Jan Gomes.
Chopper foul. Now the pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Here it comes. Struck him out, but he'll try for first on the drop third strike. Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for out number 1.
Yeah, that's a good pitch right there. Get some fishing for it. And then nice work to tidy up behind the plate and make the putout at first.
Into the box now, Mike Aviles, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. That's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Now here's the pitch. And this is fouled straight back. Here's the pitch. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Here comes another 0-2. And he puts a pretty good jolt into this one, high and deep to center. Phelps is back, and he'll get there to make the play for out number 2.
That ball was hit well, and it might have been a different story if he pulled it. Instead, he hit it to the big part of the ballpark, and he's retired.
Zach Walters will dig in now, hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Now here it comes. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Well, you can tell he's trying to work that pitch away, but he might have left that one a little more over the plate than he intended.
Pitch on the way. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
Well, he just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now the pitch. And maybe an excuse me swing there as this is tapped in front of the mound. Throw on to Smoke at first, and the side is retired. Nothing doing here this half. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. It's the Indians 5 and the Mariners nothing. Brian Shaw will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Brian Shaw.
Mike Zunino will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far.
The catcher, number 3, Mike Zunino.
Grounded foul. Pitch on its way now to Zunino. And this is fouled back and out of play. The pitch. Ball swung on and hit high down the line in left, but it'll get back in among the crowd, so the count holds at 0-2. And a bouncing ball foul. 0-2 once more. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
You saw the numbers when he came in a minute ago. He is yet to give up an earned run this year, so you can't ask for a whole lot more than that from one of the keys to your bullpen.
Willie Bloomquist will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. First pitch coming. And that's in there for a strike. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine, but you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
The batter, the designated hitter, Brad Miller.
Brad Miller will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Your attention, please. Now
So a
pitching
call
for
to the
Indians,
bullpen now, and they'll make a
number
move for the
35,
left-hander here.
Mark Zepchinski.
Here's the first offering. And easy to read the thought process here as he starts him out with a sinker below the knees, and it's 1-0. Some stirring now in the Cleveland bullpen. They'll get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, you've got the matchup you wanted, but that's not going to amount to much if he can't throw strikes.
No runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball on to first, and there are 2 down. Our line scorer here from Progressive Field. Tribe leading this one in the 8th as they look to put the finishing touches on a solid home win. Robinson Cano will get another shot now, 2 for 3 in the game. First pitch coming. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
It's so important with guys like this to get ahead with strike 1. Put them behind in the count and on their back foot right away.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And he'll fight this one fouled off to the left as the count goes to 0-2. From the stretch. Chopper foul. Another 0-2 coming. And a sinker there. Swung on and missed for out number 3. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Back with more on our Wednesday night showcase right after this. Michael Bourne will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far. And double-barreled action now in the Mariner bullpen as both a left-hander and a right-hander start to throw. Seager with the bare hand, but the throw will beat him at first, so the bunt for hit attempt is snuffed out.
Oh, man, what a terrific play right there. That ball was rolling, and it stayed low, so he had to bend all the way over to make a barehanded grab, then a quick release, a nice throw to first in time to get the runner. You can expect to see that on highlight reels for a couple days at least now.
And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. As he's first pitch swinging and pops this one up over toward the right side of the infield. Smoke will wait on it, and he's got it for out number 2.
Might have had visions of another home run there. This pitch is right in his wheelhouse, but he winds up swinging right underneath it and popping it straight up.
Carlos Santana will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one. Usually a major force in their offense.
And here's the first pitch. Had him reaching that time. It's strike one. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's thrown a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
Yeah.
And the pitch. Now a swing, and Santana hits this one high in the air out to deep left field. Oh, and this kicks right off of him. He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing. And he will make it up to third base, as that is a gift there off of what was a terrible throw.
Oh, and that's just a great effort that time out there in left field. He stretches out about as high as he can go, but it wasn't going to be quite enough. And after that, off to the races. And by the time they get the ball back in, it's too late to prevent this thing from becoming a triple.
Standing in now, Brandon Moss, as he can't make contact and is tied up here at strike one.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off an at-bat.
Here comes the pitch to Moss. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
He's ready now, the pitch. And this will be fouled away. The next 0-2. Fouled straight back. Here's another 0-2. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Men on third with 2 down.
Here we go, Brandon.
Another 0-2 home. Taken the other way toward left center and fairly deep. Phelps is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. No damage done after the 2-out triple. The three of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Corey Hart will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth, as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far. So, quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
Josh Tomlin will come on now, hoping to wrap this one up here in the top of the ninth.
Josh Tomlin.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
Here comes the 1-0. A high strike there, and it's 1-1.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe 4-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
1-2 now as that's in there at the knees.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a ball pulled foul into the lower level and left. He'll try again, 1-2. And good take that time on a low breaking ball. 2-2 now. Two-two pitch on the way. And he takes something off there as this is swung on and missed, and there's one gone here in the ninth.
Well, this is a scroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. You've got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat's a new opportunity, but most of the time, that's easier said than done.
Here's Justin Smoke now. And a ball, 1-0.
Yeah, looked like he hit the target. Tough pitch to lay off, but he made it pan out.
On the way. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. The 1-1. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Now the 1-2. And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts.
I'll tell you what, if you're related to this guy right now, you might want to turn away from the screen because this is going to be tough to watch. Here they are, one after another. That's 4 strikeouts for him, and that's called the golden sombrero.
Into the box, Otis Phelps. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Now here's the pitch. Taken cold, strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. Figure we'll probably see a heavy dose of that sinker here tonight.
It's really a pitch you'll lean on, especially when he needs that ground ball, but even in situations like this where he's just trying to get ahead.
And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
And now, as a hitter, 1-2, you've got to be thinking right center field. He'll take a little swing out and try to drive something the other way.
Now here's a swing and a ground ball. Oh, right back to him on the mound. Throw on to first will be in time, and the Indians will add one more to their winning streak as this ball game is over.
Boy, another night and another victory. How much longer can they keep it up? I mean, this has been incredible to watch.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he definitely turned in a standout performance in this one. He finishes with an even 10 strikeouts, and he was instrumental in leading his guys to the victory.
So that's a wrap here tonight. Eric Harros, Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, you've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Facebook at MLB The Show. The Indians win this one 5-0. Good night from Cleveland.
Final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Cleveland Indians. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 2 men on base. For the Mariners, no runs, 5 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 48 minutes. A reminder that the Regional Transit Authority provides convenient, affordable service to and from Progressive Field. The Rapid Transit provides direct service to Tower City, only a short 10-minute walk from Progressive Field through RTA's Walkway to Gateway.
This is it, the final day to make non-waiver trades this season. There could be a flurry of action later today, but before we get there, here's a recap of what went down yesterday. In the AL Central, the Seattle Mariners paid visit to the rock and roll capital of the world to match up against the Indians, and it was Cleveland who was victorious, 5-0. TJ House pitched well and earned his 14th victory on the year. He is among the AL leaders in wins. The White Sox were in Detroit to take on the Tigers, and it was Detroit who was victorious, the final 4-3. Justin Verlander was impressive on the bump, earning his 12th victory of the season in the process. He is currently in the top 5 in the AL in shutouts. The Twins took on the Royals at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas, and it was free baseball with Minnesota the winner in extra innings, 11-8. Sal Dahl was fantastic at the plate, collecting 5 hits in the process. He extended his hitting streak to a modest 6 straight games. The Blue Jays paid visit to the Bo Sox at Fenway Park, and it was the Blue Jays who came out on top. The score was 7-5. Todd Redman was victorious on the mound and picked up his 10th win of the season. The Milwaukee Brewers took on the Rays in interleague action at the Trop, and the Brewers came away with the win. The final was 7-4. Chris Davis was phenomenal at the plate, picking up 2 round trippers. His modest hitting streak was also extended to 5 straight games. Marco Estrada was impressive on the bump, earning his 12th victory of the season in the process. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins. The Angels paid visit to the Orioles in Baltimore, and Baltimore was victorious. Final score was 5-2. Bud Norris was the winner in relief. It was his 8th victory on the year. The New York Yankees paid visit to North Texas to match up against the Rangers, and it was the Yankees who came away with the win. The final was 11-5. Jacoby Ellsbury blasted 2 home runs and added 5 RBIs to his total in the process. He is in the top 5 in the American League in stolen bases. Michael Pineda was impressive on the bump, earning his 12th victory of the season in the process. The Oakland Athletics visited the Astros in Houston, Texas, and the A's were the winners, the final 7-3. A.J. Griffin was very much in control on the mound, earning the victory as he pitched 8 full while allowing only 1 unearned run. The Nationals did battle against the Fish in Miami, and Washington was the winner. The final was 15-2. Bryce Harper collected 4 hits and led the charge offensively for the winning side. He has now hit safely in 7 straight games. Jordan Zimmerman threw well enough to earn his 9th W of the year. He is among the NL leaders in shutouts. The Phillies matched up against the Metropolitans in the Big Apple. The Mets came away with the win. The final was 7-4. Zach Wheeler was the winning pitcher in this one, his 7th victory of the year. The Rockies were in Chicago to do battle against the Cubs at Wrigley, and it was the hometown Cubs who got to celebrate on the field after the walk-off win in extras. The final score was 3-2. The Diamondbacks went up against the Reds in Cincinnati, and it was the D-backs who grabbed the victory. The final was 3-0. Brandon McCarthy threw well enough to earn his 9th W of the year. The Braves matched up against the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine, and it was the boys in blue who emerged in this one. The final was 4-0. Adrian Gonzalez turned in a nice performance offensively with 3 base hits. Hyunjin Ryu started and pitched well enough to earn his 6th victory of the season. The St. Louis Cardinals were in San Diego to take on the hometown Padres, and it was the Cardinals who collected the W, 5-0. Michael Wacha earned the win on the mound, his 11th of the year. The Pirates battled the Giants at AT&T Park, and it was the Pirates who prevailed. The final was 2-0. Francisco Liriano twirled a dominating complete game shutout on the mound for the victory. He is currently leading the National League in strikeouts. And that's the show. The trade deadline is only hours away, so don't forget to check in tomorrow for a full recap of the day's events.